Yes, Krypton was in position. The rest of Alter Ego weren't quite there to take shots as Ida crossed, and that was the prime time to do it.
Trying to force out the last man. Nice. Who find Doc? Okay, you remove him. Focus up on what's ahead of you then.
This is a good wrap now as well. It means they can play off the back of this hard cover. Again, approaching this position over towards Ida is not going to be easy, especially with the fact that resources, utility, extremely low on the side of Alter Ego. But what a banger of a first game. 10 eliminations, as well as a chance at a chicken dinner here.
It would be massive for them. Keep that energy going from the group stage. Show us that it wasn't a fluke. Chip damage there is going to be monumental as well.
Oh, my God, no beds at all. Moana goes down. There is one shot out. Eren very low, and Krypton has to step back into cover.
Rita playing on the back foot. You're being pushed upon now. The last man. Timing is absolutely everything on this. And Alba, we said to highlight him. He's got the DBS in hand, wants to close the gap, looking to harass. And that's how Alter Ego do it. Straight back, showing us that they've got the talent, they've got the communication, and they've also got themselves the opening chicken dinner.
It's a great game from Alter Ego, and a promising one at that as well. We have it at home there saying that just because Rosemary down does not mean that this squad is not as fearsome as they come. That was an incredible match. Yes, they missed the rotate over towards Ida as they were coming across the road, but it was smartly played. And 3v4 versus E Arena as well there, where it counted. Really good plays from Alter Ego all around. But there were other things happening around the map. Easy get himself into a late game position there, getting 9 elims off the back of that one is a big result for them. And 4 thrives going down extremely early. It's a bit shaky. Could cause problems for us later on before we engage in one-on-one combat.
Yeah, you know to prioritize first. Don't poke the hornet's nest until it's time to engage. Frankie with the move up. Wow. Damage back over, slapping him there, forcing him into a bit of a rough spot. 3 squads going head to head, of course. And Alpha Gaming only have the 1 man left alive. That's Reefus that's further down.
This will be the second game in a row that Alpha Gaming have been able to get themselves a podium finish with a solo player towards these end circles. He's going to make a break for it. Murnat definitely saw him, was wondering why he went for that play. I don't think he had much choice in that situation. Murnat had actually pushed off that position as well. It's just unlucky he comes out at that timing. Trang will go down.
Shots back and forth, trades on either side. Intensity building. SayCloud looking for the angle. Murnat from further back, able to assist. They can focus fire on Frankie. He's removed, cauterize it and reset. 2 players alive, focusing on the pickup as well. Grab Romeo.
I mean, just make it as hard as possible. A 3v1. There's absolutely no way that Jaiki should be able to get himself out of this one with Yangon Galacticos starting to move up. And the map is enveloped by space as they suffocate out the rest of the teams from the high ground, pick themselves up a big chicken dinner. Not only against some of the hardest spots in the lobby like Alter Ego, but Regnum Kaya, who sent their way up there earlier, who did get backstabbed by Alpha Gaming, but what can you say about that one? They knew where they were. There were some weird plays this game, but it will manage to get towards the backside here. Nongshim Red Force weren't able to control it, and Nongshim Red Force, they see red. They move out of the building, and Regnum Kaya's picked up position.
DRX are dealing damage and handling themselves up close and personal. For Sononshin, it's going wrong. Binny now with a thin veil of smoke to protect himself, but look at all of the nades. Everyone priming these from the top of the roof, dashing them down. They had such a power play position for so damn long, but the minute they advance, DRX makes it uncomfortable. And Binny, you're living on borrowed time. Regnum Karia, if they find this one, they're setting themselves up for a huge chicken dinner.
10 points on the game and plenty more eliminations to be found here for Regnum Kaya. Like we said before, they've been holding on to these resources. They knew the angle they'd need to take. Silas goes down, but not before a nade sent through. Sizzy goes out, and it will be Regnum Kaya looking for the big finish here versus DRX Jackie.
They just need that final knock. Convert this one, close it down. The slow build-up. Oh, and that's enough. All it takes, the push-up from the zone, being the fifth man in the lobby for Regnum Karya, as they're able to convert that one. A great game, good decision-making. The third parties were on point, and they walk away with a chicken dinner here in the playoffs.
It's a big game for them, a much-needed match. The top four went out early as well, as we talked about, so this will bump Regnum Karya back up towards that top side of the tables. But for Nongshim Red Force, like we said, that force from them builds quite a bit. The rage needs to be contained. They can't always be looking for these massively aggressive plays. They could have sit still for a little bit longer, but that leg was jiggling and they wanted to get it moving.
Yeah, baited out by the last man from Ida, Aaron.
Desperation push forward, gets picked apart, Romeo down, and it's Falcons from Koa taking him out.
A little ridgeline to play around, a couple of vehicles keeping them safe from horror for the time being. Yango Galacticos may be able to stay up as two, but Smile down behind that vehicle, and that crate has been beautiful for No Fear. He's going to try and get a little bit more though. They're putting pressure onto the Falcons because of the rotate out to the west side to deal with that res, to get Yangon Galacticos out of the mix. Horror taking the timing of this very, very well, and they get that flex out to the side, but Falcons are piecing themselves back together and out over towards Narvalo. Koa finds that retreat, and things simmer down.
No Fear has been the guy, the linchpin for the Horda roster, and now he has totally caught Redux and Ralph off guard. They know where he's at, but he still has such a great advantage. Now this rotate's going to be big, and Koa is going to knock down one. A second is also going to fall. Horda starting to collapse. No Fear needs to get active. A Hail Mary attempt, but is this Falcons? It looks to be the case. No Fear, does he have it in him to clutch this up while he continues to push up? Falcons can hit the shots needed, but they finally do it, and Falcons will get their first win during this, the grand final stage.
A big finish for the Falcons. The north side control was great. That first rotation on in to the mansion to play on that location. They held ground, and on the north side, nobody challenged them. I felt like Horror maybe were able to slip the noose there, but in the end, they were hung out to dry, and that is a beautiful way to close it down. A nice chunk of elims as well added on to the Falcons count. But not only that, Yangon Galacticos, they're pulling down numbers in that final serve.
Without a doubt, and you're going to also give their flowers over to Horda. Horda, any drama whatsoever, we're now down to our top three.
Okay, this should be a free win for DRX right now. They've been able to hold this compound for so long. It's two solos, and neither of the solos are in this next circle. They've got control of the hillside. They're in overexposed positions. So Easy goes down, and that is going to be a nice pickup, actually. Hang on a minute.
Very nice.
I said it should be a free win. Hang on a minute. We're just getting word that I lied. I lied to you.
Well, let's see what ends up happening. The pickup might be able to come through. We mentioned Loxy as well, right? From Regnum Karya. He's going to be potentially devastating. And both players, right, from Yangon Galacticos as well as Loxy from Regnum Karya, they're going to be pincering in this DRX roster. Looks to be a beautiful nade. I believe it does connect just a little bit. Here comes DRX. Now, I don't want them to get too aggressive here. They now have two players down low, and overexposing yourself to say Cloud might be a reason why these solos could take a win.
Cloud has a brilliant sideswipe here, right? You can see that ridge line that rolls down the hill away from Hyunbin. That is what Cloud is playing on. So Hyunbin flexing down this way. I really like this idea. Loxy should be taken care of by the blue zone. That will just sort of conclude itself here. And Cloud, sure, he might have the sideline swipe, but the center of the circle is still under control for DRX. And they do manage to keep things together, right? It's not going to get too spicy out here in the open, and he will fall down. DRX closes down. A little bit quiet on that one, but points are points are points, and they will take those 10 placements, add them to their tally, and they'll be up there with the rest of them at the top of the tables.
Without a doubt, DRX, just like Power's been eliminating, right, and getting all their elimination points, basically securing top 5 just off of that. DRX has done a phenomenal job in the placings. 4th place in game number 1, 10th place in 2nd. They fall down a little bit, but 2nd place in 3rd.
Going down, looks like they want to commit for this res, potentially very, very dangerous out in the open. I don't think you want to make this one work. So Easy now with the SKS on the red dot. Okay, a little bit lackluster on the weaponry there potentially for So Easy. Only has his teammate Hyunbin there. Crawling away. They could look for this res, but I think Yango Galacticos aren't going to allow that one to happen.
Soez can truly help Yangon Galacticos in this moment, who are starting to come in. They're starting to close the vice grip, and if SOAS can take any members from APG down, that's only going to help the win for the side of Yangon Galacticos. SOAS will not be successful. Doc will win the fight, and it will be APG with a 4-man unit against the 4-man unit of Yangon Galacticos. Meanwhile, for Weibo, most likely getting finished off very, very shortly. You got one player who's going to be down. Yangon Galacticos going full send to victory.
They want this top spot to close out day one. 2 players fall at their feet. A smile just about threading the bullets either side of it. Major to dodge them, and Seoul goes down next. A spray down over towards Doc, and that is going to be it. It's curtains for Alpha Gaming. 3rd place in a pretty brutal fashion on the northeast side now. 2 players, sorry, just 1 player from Weibo to stand in the way of Yangon Galacticos. They will be up and over 60 points on the match. A beautiful result for them. Their day has been stellar. DRX as well, up and towards that podium again. Some really consistent performances at the top. They are going blow for blow.
Without a doubt, 4 out of their 6 games, they get top 3. A huge performance from DRX, who managed to take over 1st place, but only for a sliver of time. Yangon Galacticos most likely taking it over with that tremendous win. And well, Yangon Galacticos, mind you, managed to get 1st place 2 times throughout our 6 games. Of course, game number 6 as well as game 2. We've been waiting for Yangon Galacticos to step it up, to finally wake up.
Esports Arena. I am, of course, joined by Master Smile and Coach Marco from Yangon Galacticos. We're going to have a quick chat at the end of the day because you had a really impressive day. Let's first talk about, the survival stage. You only just made it through to the finals in 8th position, and now you're leading the charge going into day 2 of the Grand Finals. Tell us what you worked on between the survival stage and now, and how you implemented it for this stage now.
I'm gonna answer for it. I think the biggest mistake we found I think we are not capable of doing what we usually do, and then also we try to kind of get experience from a tournament, and then also the circle, of course, the gameplay, the mistakes, and then the communication is very much I think different in our team, and then back in the home and then playing here. Because this is a big stage, as you can see, that we have some pressure on it. So we try to fix our communication first, and then we look at it, where's the gap between the players, where we can be, improve. That's the biggest thing.
Now you've got to the top of the leaderboard, of course, Master Smile, man. Do you feel like you've got a target on your back going into day 2? Because, people will start to think we need to start eliminating them from the competition so that you can't run away with it,
Yeah. 我没得。
哇，အခုနောက်မှရောက်နေတော့ဘယ်လိုနေလဲပေါ့ဘယ်လိုထင်လဲပေါ့နောက်မှရောက်နေချင်း
I just feel normal. Just normal.
ဘယ်လိုနေလဲ pressure ရှိလား
pressure ရှိတာတော့လည်းပြော pressure ရင်းနဲ့မရှိဘူးဒါပဲကျွန်တော်လုံးနေကြတိုင်းပဲကျွန်တော် consistent ဖြစ်အောင်သွားတယ်ဒီလောက်ပါပဲအဲ့တော့ဒီတော့မရှိပါဘူး
So I can translate for it. What was saying is we have a little bit pressure before, but now we are on top of the league, and now we have more confidence on it, and now we can be able to try to be more consistent on it. And then we try to work hard, try to bring some team play, and then also, of course, the mindset.
It's something to be aware of as well, going into the day 2 and being in the lead. You kind of got to think a little bit that people are going to be hunting you down, but you're only 8 maps away from potentially winning the PMWC. Are you feeling nervous? How are you and the team feeling?
ဘယ်လိုခံစားရလဲ
ဘလို့ခံစားရလဲဆိုတော့စိတ်လှုပ်ရှားမှုတော့ဖြစ်တာပေါ့လို့ဆိုတော့ဒီ final မှာစောင့်နေရတာလည်းပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လောက်ထိကျွန်တော်စိတ်ထဲမှာဆိုကျွန်တော်လုံးဆက်ရှိရပဲလောက်ရမယ်လို့တွေးတာတယ်အဲ့လောက်ထိစိတ်လှုပ်ရှားတာဘာညာမရှိဘူးဘာလို့ဆိုတော့ RG တယောက်နေရတယ်လို့စိတ်လှုပ်ရှားနေကိုတင်သားတွေသိရမလားလို့ဖြစ်သွားနိုင်တယ်အဲ့အကြောင်းမလို့ပါပဲ
Okay, so what we're saying is if of course we're nervous, we are because are on top of the league, and then but we try to do as much as possible, and then also we try to, because as a leader, if you got nervous, the team will be shaken. So you try to be be strong all the time.
Just be strong. Well, we really look forward to seeing you guys in day 2 tomorrow. Congratulations on a really impressive day 1, and we hope to see you still climb that leader or still stay at the top of the leaderboard, let's say. For now, day 1 is over for the Grand Finals. It's been an absolutely spectacular day. Tomorrow, the pressure gets dialed up that little bit more as people start to panic. People start to make plays that they may not normally would make. And things are going to start heating up here on the main stage. I bet you guys know it back at home. But thank you so much to everyone involved for putting this fantastic event on. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 2.